Hello everybody, salut tout le monde, minasan konnichiwa. This is Guyukin here and I'm your host. It's been a while since my last video log, but this is the third one. Okay, let's get started. In 1999, I used to own a small Japanese video rental store in Montreal, Canada. Yep. Lots of gamers came to my place. Lots of great memories too. And lots of movies. One day, one of them told me that I should play Silent Hill. I bought it, and when the store was closed, around midnight, I put the game in the PlayStation. I closed the light. It was pitch black and I was alone. The CG intro was outstanding.
Cheryl?
Amazing.
Is that Cheryl?
Then I started to play. After a few minutes, I ended up in the alley. I heard a siren in the distance. I experienced the most memorable sequence I ever played in a video game so far at that time.
is this? What's going on here?
When Harry Mason, the protagonist, wakes up, I press the start button. Pause. I open up the lights. I was frightened and disturbed. Oh, I love that feeling. Makes you feel alive. Silent Hill is addictive, and I got addicted. With drugs, sometimes you experience an excellent trip or a bad trip. I was in for an hellish nightmare, a great one. I went to the restroom, toilet, bathroom, bathroom. Drank a glass of water, then I closed the light again to the other world. Fear is one of the most powerful human emotions. Everybody experiences fear in his life. Overcoming it to survive makes us stronger. Silent Hill is a video game written and directed by Keiichiro Toyama-san.
はい、こんにちは。はじめまして。グラビティレイズのディレクターをやってます。富山と言います。よろしくお願いします。
And developed by Konami for the PlayStation 1. It's a psychological survival horror game, a masterpiece and a breakthrough, not only in the horror genre, but in the gaming world. Something never seen before. The story follows Harry Mason, a writer going on a vacation with his daughter Cheryl. He wakes up after a car crash, realizes that his daughter is missing, and heads up in the direction of the town, Silent Hill, to find her.
Isn't the Cheryl sketchbook?
Right from the beginning, it's clear to Harry that there's something strange going on.
I've been expecting you. It was foretold by gyromancy. You want the girl, right?
The girl? You're talking about Cheryl.
Make haste to the hospital before it's too late.
Very interesting plot development throughout the entire game. A father, desperate attempt to make sense of the strange world around him. Deserted neighborhood where evil creatures roams the streets and buildings. Realities constantly shifting.
Was that another dream?
Between a cold, foggy world.
Did I pass out again?
And a dark, decaying world. Love for his daughter is what keeps Harry alive and sane. After playing a few hours, you realize that you're not in control of anything. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. Development started in 1996. Konami wanted a game that would appeal to the Western players, but Team Silent, in charge of creating the game, opted for a more underground, less mainstream game. Psychological, dark, scary, and full of horrible monsters. The game was presented at E3 1998, and it was well received by the audience. In January 1999, Silent Hill was released in North America. 2 months later, in Japan. The atmosphere is astonishing and creeps you out. Visually stunning, brilliant art design by Masahiro Ito-san. He will later design Pyramid Head and Silent Hill 2. The graphics are rendered in real time, allowing your view to smoothly move through the town and interior of some buildings. A full 3D game. You're being there, as opposed to the pre-rendered graphics of Resident Evil. It means less details for Silent Hill, but shadow and fog make up for it and enhance the element of fear. You know there's something around you. It's impressive. The unsettling camera angles and movements are amazing. Destabilizing. Fuck, man. You know what I mean. The sound effects and music by the great Akira Yamaoka-san is excellent. Amazing industrial musical sound. Really kick-ass. That play with your visceral emotion with virtuosity. The gameplay mechanic is quite innovative for its time. Good controls, clunky to some by today's standard because of the tank controls. It was the birth of 3D gaming. Developers were scratching their heads to figure out movements, and they were battling with hardware limitations. Controls are the product of their time. For my part, it adds to the tension. It's part of the experience. Vibration of the DualShock 1 controller, natively compatible, that emulate the pulse of Harry when he's wounded. Very, very nice touch. You can move and shoot at the same time. Fluid inventory system. You gather supplies that can help. Your best friends are a flashlight and a radio that emits static noise when monsters are nearby. You have moments of exploration, search for clues and items, puzzle, cryptic poems, riddles, unlocking doors, and combat. More attention was paid to the close combat. but the game doesn't focus on combat. Harry is just a normal guy with no combat skill. It's better to avoid confrontation most of the time. It adds to the cinematic feel of the gameplay. It's a dynamic game flow. There's a great map system that automatically marks blocking path, important areas as you discover them, as well as your precise location. There are many dark and dreary places to explore. Walking or running in the foggy streets, wandering in different abandoned houses, and feeling the sense of isolation and emptiness. Escaping demon child with knives at Midwich Elementary School. A gloomy church with the mysterious Dahlia Gillespie who speaks in riddles.
Here, the Flauros, a cage of peace. It can break through the walls of darkness.
The dark and mess up hospital where a maniac puppet nurse wants to kill you. A creepy amusement park. The filthy sewers. Industrial and rusty environment. Demonic dungeon, fire, blood, flesh, gore, and darkness on the menu.
What's this?
The town changes to suit the mental state of the visitor. Let's talk about the town, Silent Hill. Silent Hill is located in the northeast of the United States, has its origin in the late 17th century.
What the hell is this place? Where is everyone?
In the beginning of the 18th century, a mysterious epidemic broke out and the town was abandoned. 1810, the town was resettled as a penal colony. They construct the prison and the Brookhaven Hospital. In real life, there are several Brookhaven hospitals in the States. One of them, in New York, was later converted in a psychiatric hospital. Then the Civil War came. 1846, discovery of coal field mining began. And the city bloomed. After the war, they closed the prison mines. 20th Century Fox. 20th century. A resort on the south shore of Lake Tokula was built, and Silent Hill became a popular vacation resort, known for its beauty and peacefulness. They construct the Lakeside Amusement Park and the Lakeview Hotel on a sacred ground where Native Americans conducted rituals before the Europeans came. Silent Hill was an holy place and known as Place of the Silenced Spirits. Anyway, the natives were killed or driven away and forced to abandon the place, as we all know. After that, people started to disappear in the town, and several mysterious incidents occurred to the detriment of tourism. Well, after completion of the game, some things are left unexplained by the end of this occult storyline. We don't have to understand everything to appreciate a story. It adds to the creepiness of the game, to the mystic. Not knowing what's happening or going to happen, it's scary. It's a game that plays with your mind and your fears. Silent Hill is the creepiest and most disturbing video game ever made. An emotionally dark story for mature audience with disturbing scenes and themes dealing with child abuse, lust of child, sickness, torture, sacrifice, death, and the occult, to name a few. Many games have been influenced by Silent Hill or try to emulate it. It's chilling, unsettling. Silent Hill is a great achievement and a superb game. It's my favorite game of all time, with Echo, of course. Experience it if you dare, and please, 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 please close the light when you play. This is how you're supposed to play that awesome badass game. So that's it. That's it for me. I hope you enjoy it, and see you next time. This is Guyukin. I'm your host, and remember, justice, peace, and love. Yeah, baby.